humans have so many challenges that the Galactics don't have. And many humans actually are Galactics that have chosen to take an Earth vessel within this now. But they're, you know, if they look like they're a galactic, then they won't really know what it's like down here, because everybody will change because, oh, there's a galactic. You know, they'll put their lipstick on, brush their hair, and, you know, get their best clothes, you know. So when the Galactics come, and they are tall, but not ridiculously tall, you know, just like a, you know, tall, blonde. That's just when there's other star beings that have different colors of their skins and hair and eyes and all of that. But the Pleiadians, that's just how they are. So the Pleiadians, they have been able to walk amongst the people in a way that some of the other Galactics have not been able to do so, because they would look too different. And they would draw too much attention to themselves. They're looking at what's going on here, and they're going, oh, my heavens. This is very unique. The humans have really come up with some new way, but it could have been a world war, it could have been this. You know, I mean, how long of a time has Earth been able, the humans of Earth, been able to go without some kind of major war? You know, you look at the wars, they come up pretty regular. And if it's not a war, it's something like burning down the rainforest, and so recently a lot of those things have been happening. So more Pleiadians are coming down. It's like, all right. And something like this has to be a grassroots movement. Because if people are thinking about saving the planet, they can't think about, oh, I'm the saver, I'm a better saver than you are. Oh, I can do this, but you can't do that. No, it can't be that way. If we, as the collective humanoid beings on the planet Gaia, want to save Gaia, we, the collective humanoid beings, need to band together into unity consciousness. And that's not an easy thing for humans to do. But, you know, sometimes the only way that people get it is that something bad happens, like this virus. People are united. What if everybody really got united? Do you think that would just all go away? Wouldn't that be great?
If we could have and maintain that much unity, the effect that would give, not just to the planet, but the entire solar system, because I think we forget that we affect everything around us. So if we think about the energy field that Earth is giving out and how those are intermingling together with the rest of the universe, with the rest of existence, it almost makes this job, this kind of movement, so much more impactful, because not only are we protecting our home, but I mean, we're really protecting all that is, and that can only be done through unity.
And there's this thing that's happening all over the planet to everyone. You know, the virus, okay, all over the planet. Well, what if all the people in the planet really united, and all the different scientists from all the different countries all came together and said, okay, what our research shows is that you'll need to, et cetera, et cetera. And then all the people did what the scientists and the doctors and everyone did that. There would be a great amount of unity consciousness. And in fact, right now, this is unity consciousness. It's not a fun unity consciousness, but it is unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is something that is growing. And as unity consciousness grows, then the Galactics will feel more and more like it is the now for them to show themselves. But if they did it before humanity was united, one country would say, oh, you put that up to scare us, and I'm going to scare you. And, you know, because that's kind of been how humanity has been, a lot, too much of that. And so now humanity needs to shift it over to, yes, we all need to work together as one person. So the darkest night is just before dawn, and we can all find that dawn within ourselves, within our loved ones, within our homes. We are the light. We are the light. Humanity is the light. And right then, I was speaking not just from me, I was speaking from me and the Arcturians and the Pleiadians, because I've been in communication with them since the early 80s. And so I don't always, I'll start off talking like a human and end up talking like a Pleiadian, or start off, you know, it kind of gets all mixed up because it's all mixed up. Isn't that wonderful? So, Daddy, what would you like to say now? You always have good things to say.
Wow, that made me think of quite a couple things, and I really want to quickly touch on the last thing that you just said, the fact that you have built up this energy field since the 80s, and now here you are where it's like you're aware that you're talking to Sue is 1 second, then all of a sudden you're channeling in, you know, you don't even know when it started, but all of a sudden you're just like, okay, I know what's going on, like this is your normal. People that are accustomed to this channeling and to working with higher dimensional beings, it becomes normal once you build up that confidence and that love, and you break down the barriers of the fear and the darkness and the shame. And what that made me think of when you were talking about the unity consciousness, it's almost like connecting the dots together. Of this person brings one element, this person brings another. Oh, wait, you know this and I know that. And wow, we all of a sudden have this other kind of conclusion that we didn't have when we were separate. Yes. It's almost like what you were talking about at the very beginning, about how when you write down your dreams and your experiences, eventually you can unify them together to get the bigger picture. So we really are the bigger picture. We are the dawn. And once we build up that dawn in ourselves and we start to build up that unity with our family units, with our friends, our coworkers, the people around us. As people start to do that globally, this is unity consciousness. This is exactly what's happening right now. The dots of humanity are connecting together.
Yes, they are connecting. And it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor or tall or short or sick or well, you know. I mean, yes, if you're sick, then you're a little more vulnerable. But other than that, and when you know that you're going to be in this house, in this room, for X amount of time, unknown amount. The longest time is unknown time, because you can't mark down the calendar, you can't count down the days. We don't have a clue. And so we can freak out, or we can say, okay, how am I going to get through this? And how can I make a difference? How can I end when this ends, which of course it will end, everything ends. You know, when this ends, I want to feel like, wow, that was really difficult, but I learned this and this and this and this, and I gained this and this and this and this, and I learned how to crochet, and I learned how to draw, and I got really good on the internet, and I started conversing with my friends and families that are all different places, and I found out that separation is an illusion of the third dimension. It's just an illusion. And if you believe that illusion, then you are separated. But in today's world, with all this technology, there's no such thing as separation. You don't need to be able to have to touch the person to communicate with that person. because the communication is something that comes from your soul and from your heart and from your desire and from your need. And one of the things that we, the Galactics, say to you, and when we say Galactics, we mean all of us together, you know, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Antareans, Venusians, you know, the whole group. You can even put the Gaia in there too, because, you know, she's a planet, and boy, do we need to take better care of her. We have not been nice to our mother. Humans have not been nice to their mother. Okay. And so I'm going back and forth between myself and my higher self, and my higher self. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Because if you go back and forth between yourself and your higher self-interest, you kind of forget, oh, wait a second, did my higher self say that, or did my regular say that? But they both said the same thing, so are they together? Oh, you mean you're together with your own higher self? Well, that sounds pretty good.
And even better, wait a minute, that higher self was in that starship that looked like a cloud that you thought was a cloud, but it was that's you in one of, it's amazing how we can just start to connect the dots when we just start. Yes. We just need to start with ourselves. The dot that we need to start with is ourselves. And we can't look for the dots that are outside of our own beingness, because how can you go within if you're so constantly searching outside? So I think that is so wonderful that it starts to get it starts to get a little bit blurred, that distinction, yes, that separation between your higher self and then what is not your higher self at that point. So the fact that it's a unification process is so beautiful to me.
And after you spend a lot of time going inside, then you kind of forget, am I outside going inside, or am I inside going outside? It's hard. It gets a little confusing because it gets kind of smooshed together, because maybe you're doing something like washing the dishes. That's very outside. And then suddenly you get this, wow, look at that thing in the sky. It looks just like a starship, but I'm sure it can't possibly be. But wow, it just made my heart lift. So then suddenly you're outside as well. And so that inside-outside was one of the many separations that humanity created. But the Galactics, they don't have separation in that manner. They have privacy. They have privacy, but they don't have to say, okay, that's it, I'm closing the door, slam. No, it's like when you go to that person or you think of that person, you think open for conversation, needing privacy. You get that feeling inside of yourself. So we could do that now. And we could do it with ourselves. Sometimes we can be really working on ourselves a lot, and then, wow, that was cool. I'm going to find me a good movie. Like, I saw a really good movie yesterday, action-packed. You know, I was in that movie. And that's a wonderful thing to be able to do that. I sat on the couch with my computer hooked up and watched the movie, and it was wonderful. And I was in the movie. And we have so many abilities to change our reality by shifting our consciousness. And if we could do it as a not good thing, you know, we could just have a pity party and feel bad about ourselves. And how come I did that? Why did I do that? And I really messed up there. And then you're going down that ladder. And, you know, then you're depressed. That's like, no, I did the best I could do. That was all I could do right then. Okay, if I need to apologize to myself for doing that, okay, self, I apologize. Then yourself, of course, will say, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. You're just human. So we'll ask you, all of you that are watching this, to take a long, slow, deep breath. In fact, I'm going to kind of count it out a little bit, and I'm going to consistently make the exhale a little longer than the inhale. So you're going to breathe in, 1, 2, hold, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, relax. And now breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 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 relax. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now breathe in through your nose and hold it and feel how it moves up into your brain and calms your brain. Okay, brain, I love you. You're a really good brain. Just relax. It's okay. And now you're going to breathe out down into your heart. Oh, heart. Yes, I know. You've been fluttering around a bit. It's kind of scary. I'm with you. And then breathe it up into your throat. And think, who do you want to talk to? Who do you need to talk to? Who needs to talk to you? You are important. People need you. You're good people. You're all good people. And how do we know you're all good people? Because we, the higher dimensional beings, can see your auras. And your auras are clear and clean and filled with love. And that love is a wonderful gift that you give by holding it. So, you bump into somebody at the store, you say hi to a friend, or have a quick call on the telephone. They're going to feel that love because you put love all around you. And you can share it just by knowing that you have it and that you have the ability to give it. Now going up, up, up into the higher frequencies. The higher frequencies of yourself. You've got your 3D self, regular self, going through daily life, doing what you're doing. Your 4th dimensional self. Oh, okay, wow. That was a lot, but I'm going to take a little relaxation now, listen to some music, dance a little bit, take a walk, do some yoga, maybe take a quick run, swim in my pool, whatever. I'm just like, And then you come back and you maybe change your clothes, take a shower, get something else on, and say, yeah, that was good, that was good. Now, what else am I going to do? This is my life. And as much as people might say, oh, I'm all by myself. Well, how often did you wish you were by yourself when you had somebody else always telling you what to do? So, you got to get pleased somehow. You're at work, you got your boss telling you to do that. Maybe you got a coworker telling you to do that. You got to be there at a certain time, pick up at a certain time. And I forgot that. I go back and get it. No, you're chilling. This is chilling now. Allow yourself to chill. You deserve it. You all deserve this time. This time of deep introspection. And how you all go through this is your way. There isn't just a right way or a wrong way. I mean, yes, we could make wrong ways, we could make right ways, but if it's not right for you, then it's not your way. And if it's not a wrong way for you, then that is your way.
And it really sounds like we're being encouraged now to get into our receptive energy. And that makes so much sense, because being here where we're so focused on, you work really hard, you put in work, you get tired, you take a break, you're putting so much output in that you don't really take any input in until A, the work is done, or B, you're too exhausted to keep going, and then you give up. So this is almost like an encouragement to take the pressure off of ourselves and to settle into the ease. Is that the message that we're really getting now?
that we are the creators of our life. You're your own boss. A lot of people are straight up their own bosses now. There's a lot of freedom inside this apparent lack of freedom. And maybe we don't have the same freedoms with going around our world, but humanity, they might need that. They might need to take a minute and, the next time that they want to just throw some junk out of the car, the next time that they, now when we finally get out there, it's oh, Mother Gaia, oh, whatever I did, I'm so sorry. Can I come back and live out here with you all the time? I'm really sick of my house right now. But I'm not saying to do that until it's safe to do that, though. I just want to make that clear. And you have to make that clear, because this is a group event. This is what it is right now. And it's a good lesson for everybody that we have to live within the now that we're in. Because that is what we have actually chosen. We may not think that we've chosen, but we can either believe that we chose it or that we're victims. What would you pick, Danny? Do you want to choose your life, or do you want to be a victim?
Yes, I think the most popular answer would be to choose your life. And I think it's empowering too, because this, like you've been saying, this is our journey, and no higher dimensional being can come down and say, okay, it's over, let's go. We chose to be here, and so we have to keep living that choice. And it's empowering too that when we do get into that victim mindset, or when we do get into those experiences where we're I'm just down and I don't know. Sometimes we have to hit rock bottom in order to understand what it is that we had. Just like you were saying with the planet, people don't experience that love for just going outside and getting fresh air until it's taken away. So sometimes we have to experience those dark nights of the soul in order to figure out that we have light to give, we have dawn to give. So perhaps in closing, we could, since we've been talking so much about the Pleiadians today, I'm on cloud nine. I feel wonderful. I think that's that Pleiadian energy we got going back and forth here. Yeah, and I hope that anyone watching this is feeling this too. There are the words, there are the pictures and the music backtrack that you're experiencing physically, but what you're not experiencing necessarily through the physicality is what you're feeling. So maybe perhaps we could get a little Pleiadian closing on feeling, moving forward with the heart.
I went into my Pleiadian self. Okay, Danny, I'm going to try and give you the feeling of my Pleiadian self, and then hopefully some other people will be able to pick that up too. Okay, my Pleiadian self, the very first thing that happens with my Pleiadian self is that my spine is straight. I don't want to sit all jiggle back like I was before. My spine is straight because they have this constant input in through their crown chakra. That energy constantly comes in through the crown chakra and then goes down to their throat chakra and their heart chakra, their stomach chakra, and their lower intestine chakra, and then our very, between our legs chakra, and then all the way down our legs and all the way into Gaia. Hi, Gaia. Yes, we're okay. We love you. We love you, Gaia. We really, really love you. And we are so sorry that you're having to go through this. And you're a great mother to put up with your children in the manner that you have had to put up with us. Because we're like the children of Gaia. But simultaneously, we are also Pleiadians ourselves, and Arcturians ourselves, and Antarians ourselves, and Lemurians ourselves. All of you all have higher dimensional beings. And it's going to be so much fun as you begin to realize who those higher dimensional beings are. And the best way to do that is if you set down a certain time and a certain place, because you build an energy field. Okay? I know, broken record, but that's so important because it's the energy field, not just you. And then you can, however you document it, but you have to document it because the 3D brain can't hold on to this higher dimensional stuff. It just flies right through it. So thank you so much, all of you. I have no idea who you are or how many are there. I just send love and light to every single one of you. And I can feel that there is love and light in all of you. Not just for me, not for me, your own love and light that you have discovered within your own self. And if you have not discovered it yet, just open up your heart and let the truth come in. Open up your heart and let the truth come in. You are lovable. You are love. You love your planet, and your planet loves you.